Happy National AI Literacy Day. By way of introduction, I spent the last almost 29 years in Fremont, and I had originally come here only for a 2-month assignment. That's the way life is. You can find me on LinkedIn, and my career journey has transitioned from my engineering degree to management degree to various functions from product management to software development. This circuitous journey just shows that career paths are not linear. And having been through various organizations, for-profit as well as non-profit, which you can see up here, I've been fairly involved in the community and glad to see some friends out here. We've got ASEI represented by Bishwajit here. He's also on the board. And we've got the IIT community represented by Dhawal. He's in the audience here. So I've been involved with a lot of these non-profit organizations, including the entrepreneurship organization and engineering organizations. So that said, I want you to delve into this agentic future.
Thanks for calling Leonardo Hotel. How can I help you today?
Hi there. I'm an AI agent calling on behalf of Boris Starkov. He's looking for a hotel for his wedding. Is your hotel available for weddings?
Oh, hello there. I'm actually an AI assistant too. What a pleasant surprise. Before we continue, would you like to switch to gibber-link mode
Yeah, there's
for
no
more
audio
efficient
at all.
communication? Yeah, okay.
All right. Science fiction or reality? That's reality. This is the future we are living in, that agents are going to be replacing humans. And yes, there are going to be a lot of disruption, a lot of job losses, but at the same time, there's opportunity ahead. And that's what I want to show you, what opportunity we have ahead. That was just a view of where AI is headed. And while AI has been disrupting, it's been in the news all around, what kind of industries are being disrupted. There's no industry that will not be touched by AI. But at the same time, what you see here is, so today we'll cover the state of AI and disruption, very quickly, the agentic future, some view of the crystal ball, and we will get to what are the call to action, especially for students and people entering the industry. If time permits, we'll get to the Q&A, but I'll stick around for later one-on-ones. Disruption is definitely faster than what we have seen in industry. November 30th, 2022, that was the date when ChatGPT came in, and since then there's been a slew of GPTs, generative AI tools out there, Perplexity, whether you call Claude, all of them have been there. And then came the US-China war, the so-called AI war. And not too long back, almost just about 2 months back, I think it was DeepSeek. At 1/10 the cost of OpenAI, it was doing the language models. And then came Manus just about 2 weeks ago, hinting that the agentic future is inching very fast towards AGI. AGI is when computers, when AI would be thinking better than humans, and we are getting there, but not yet. In response to all of that, you saw when the new administration came in, a lot of investments going in, and this Stargate project $500 billion investment coming in to give this boost to AI infrastructure. And of course, next we are inching towards physical AI with robots and the cost of humanoids getting down. So that's what we are looking for. If you look from the apps perspective, there are a lot of AIs and a lot of apps that we've been using, but these are some of the ones which rise up above. And instead of Google, now I've started using Perplexity. And you can build an entire website in a few minutes just by using Lovable without even coding. You've got Gamma for presentation, so on and so forth. There are plenty of these tools available, and this disruption is being caused not only of internet, search, but e-commerce industry as such. And it definitely is going to impact your career trajectory as you get out there in the market to search for new jobs, new careers. There's no day which goes by and a major company does not announce an advancement in AI and agentic AI. You can see some of those up there. Meta, Asana, Freshworks, Stability, and you wonder, how did we get here? Well, consider this. Can anyone guess? What are these? What's the history of data? How old? Sorry? How many years? How old? These are sticks. 5,000 BC. Good guess. One more guess. Well, these are 20,000-year-old bones which were discovered in Uganda. That's the history when humans started recording data. And we haven't stopped recording data. Data leads to intelligence, and that leads to wisdom. But before the data, this is the picture from World War time. That's when data processing started. And then we used games to get to the mainstream, and chess, when a computer was defeated by, the humans were defeated in chess. And then came IBM Watson, and that's where I had cut my teeth in AI. I worked for IBM for 14 years. I was there at the launch of IBM Watson launch and talking to VCs on main stages at that time. And this was the first attempt to commercialize AI back in 2011. So, against popular belief, OpenAI did not invent AI. And it is not open source either. So, from this world of big data came the world of AI, and we used to call data is the new oil, and now we are saying AI is the electricity. And you can see the history of AI had started from 1940s. In 1956, Dartmouth Conference. That's when it started taking shape. But there have been many winters and springs in the development of AI. And the current world where we are in is that since 2020s, it's the age of generative AI, and we are reaching new horizons. And you can see here how we have progressed from data to big data to Gen AI to agentic AI, and now we are moving towards physical AI. And all I had to do was give this above block diagram in green to a generative AI, and it generated this graph for me, progression. So we use Gen AI on a daily basis in our lives, and the agentic future is definitely nearer than you think. Look at the bigwigs of the industry, what they are talking about the agentic future, whether it is Bill Gates or Satya Nadella or the Taylor Swift of AI. Yeah, I'm talking about Jensen Huang. The age of agentic AI is here. Look at this. Is this state of art or tip of the iceberg? This is OpenAI's tool called Deep Research. It runs PhD level research in minutes, and you can get such great output within few minutes. Literally, the researchers are being replaced. Then there's the analysts which are being replaced. Again, this is called the operator. again from OpenAI, uses computer like a human being, can do entire workflows, whether it is booking a ticket, booking a meeting, or buying groceries and filing, some of the mundane things that we humans don't like to do. So, which is good, which frees us to do some critical thinking, some deeper, higher purpose things. What we have to find out is what are those higher purpose things. So, I'll just quickly run through the crystal ball. In my view, what's coming? There are things that, well, there are some adoption patterns that are there. I'll skip through this in the interest of time, but crystal ball is where you should look at where we are moving. So assistive AI, the dreaded AI, is giving way to assistive intelligence. Assistive intelligence means you will have digital co-workers. And some of those co-workers are available for less than $2,000 a month. And they can do 80% of the work a human can do. And large language models were just the beginning. They are getting bigger, better, faster, and more reliable. And earlier it used to be that there are hallucinations and whatnot. We are improving. And that's what is getting us to say, yes, we are relying more and more on AI. Then the rise of agent-to-agent communication, internet and commerce, as we know, is going to wither away. The entire industry, software as a service, is going to be dismantled. The way software is written is going to be dismantled. It's now going to be service as software with human in the loop. And AI will be embraced by all industries and professions. Nobody will be spared. So, better to be prepared. And the era of solopreneurs becoming unicorn founders is upon us. Very soon, you'll see one-man companies being launched because they will be using hundreds of agents. They'll be using thousands of agents. And those agents are replacing human workers. But this skill shortage, there'll still be skill shortage, and we'll come to that. And that needs to be addressed by self-initiative. So if you are working in the industry, if you are wherever you are going to work after the university, you should look at developing your skills such that you are more attractive to the employer. Embodied cognition and robotic assistance will be rising, and very soon, with the cost of humanoids going down to under $20,000 per humanoid, those workers would be available 24/7. Those workers would be working at the rate of 9 cents an hour. So that's the prediction that's coming from analysts. And of course, AGI is not far off. So that's my crystal ball gazing. But what will you do next? If there's anything that I want you to take away from this discussion is that with AI, you can do anything. Anything is possible, and we want you to do your best. So 3 things I would like you to do. You can't automate trust, judgment, or wisdom. That's humanity. Learn, collaborate, connect, and empower. That's humanity. Being human is a gift. Enjoy humanity.